Rangers finally get one. That's right, one. This is the Roundup. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Texas Rangers Roundup. I'm RD. Happy Tuesday to everyone listening. Hope you had a fun and safe Memorial Day weekend. Yeah, Rangers had the day off on Monday. They're traveling back to back to Arlington. I'm about to go his house, but yeah, they're going back to Arlington. It's a weird break too. Like they come home for two games, Tuesday and Wednesday, and then they head right back on the road for 3 games. It's weird, and then they'll come back. But they've been on a road trip now for I think it's 6 games. They had 3 in Philly, 3 in Minnesota, and let's just be honest, it was hell. It really was. They lost every single game except for the last one, only putting up like 2 runs, 3 runs a game. I mean, they hit 4 once, but you're just not going to win. And the pitching, you can't blame it on the pitching because that's not the problem here. You're talking about losing, giving up 5 runs, 3 runs, and et cetera. It's like you should be able to put up more runs with this. I understand we still have a ton of injuries. We have a ton of injuries on both sides. Players, hitters, your positional players, your pitching, the whole staff has just been tore up. But anyways, let's go ahead and take a look. I'll try to make this quick because I really don't want to relive this, and I know you don't either. So we're going to take care of each other, all right? All right, starting off with the first game of the Phillies. They're up in Philadelphia. Phillies are number 1 team in baseball. You know it was going to be tough. You know it was going to be just a drag. But and you're going against, really good pitching. So anyways, Rangers put up 2 runs on 9 hits. 9 hits. They actually got the sticks going a little bit, but could not get the ducks out of the pond. So 2 runs, 9 hits, no errors. Phillies, 5 runs on 8 hits and had an error. Suarez gets the win. He's 9-0, 1.36 ERA. I'm pretty sure he's leading the NL, or not the NL, but the Major League Baseball. John Gray's 2-2. He got the loss. He's 2.21 ERA. He's not bad. You held pretty much considerably the number 1 offense to 5 runs. Not bad. Alvarado got the save. It's his 9th of the year. 3.54 ERA. Players of the game, obviously, Suarez, 7 innings pitched, 5 hits, 1 earned run, 10 strikeouts. Harper, 2 for 3. A homer, a double, a walk, an RBI, and 2 runs. And then Hill, he went 2 for 3. He got a walk, a run, and a stolen base. Both teams had a home run. Total bases, Rangers 14 compared to the Phillies 13. Stolen bases, Phillies had 2 versus 1. Rangers left 9 on base. That's the headline of this game here. That's the absolute reason why they lost. Just left them. They scored 1 in the 3rd, 1 in the 8th, and that's it. Phillies, they held the Phillies to 5 runs. Now, yeah, you're going against the best, one of the best pitchers in the league, but you also got 9 hits. Leaving runners on will sink you, and that sunk them. And then, you figure the next game wasn't going to be so close, right? Yeah, and it wasn't. Rangers lose 11-4. Rangers put up 4 runs on 7 hits. Committed 4 errors. I'm not kidding. 4 freaking errors. That's something else I kind of want to talk about is the sloppiness of the baseball that they're playing right now. They're running into each other. They're, when Seager got the ball and he was going to toss it to second, but Simeon's ducked down. Because the runner's coming to second. They needed 2 outs. Why does he think that he's going to first? So anyways, he tossed it to him. It rolls away. It just is a sloppy-ass show. But anyways, again, 4 runs, 7 hits, 4 errors. Phillies, 11 runs on 8 hits, no errors. Strom got the win. He's 3-0 with a .87 ERA. Holy moly. Dane Dunning, 3-3 now with a 4.43 ERA. Your players of the game, Seager, he's back, baby. I mean, he really is back. 2 for 3, a homer, 2 walks, RBI, and a run. Real Muto, 2 for 5, a homer, 3 RBIs, and 2 runs. Smith, 2 for 2, baby. He got a hit by pitch, a walk, and 2 RBIs. Total bases, the Phillies outkicked the Rangers a little bit, 18-13. And they also had 3 home runs versus 2 for the Rangers. No stolen bases in this game. Rangers left 7 on versus Phillies leaving 5. And then, like I said, the 4 errors is insane. I don't even know. That's got to be the highest they've had. I'd have to, pull it up and check and just see how far back it goes. When the hell was the last team that had 4 errors anyways? But, yeah, absolutely bonkers. This is one where, Rangers come out again. How many times do they score a run in the first, either by a homer or something like that? They scored a run in the first, run in the second, and then nothing. Then a run in the fifth, run in the seventh. Well, the Phillies are tacking in 2 or 3 runs in. They had 2 in the second, 1 in the third, 3 in the fourth, and 4 in the sixth. They threw 1 more on there in the eighth. But, this one, it was just a boat race. You're going to have to keep up with a high-powered offense. And they tried. I mean, they scored 4 runs. That's not going to get it done, though. That's really not going to get it done. Another loss. And then the final game, just trying to get a win in Philly. They lost. I mean, it was 5-2. They held the Phillies to 5 runs, right? And it's funny, as Rangers had the lead. It was 1-0 in the second. But anyways, Rangers 2 runs on 6 hits, another error. Phillies 5 runs on 12 hits, no errors. Wheeler, he got the win. He's 6-3, 2.53 ERA. Heaney got the loss. He's 0-6 now with a 4.69 ERA. Hoffman got his 4th save of the year. He's rocking a 1.25 ERA. It's just you got to avoid the big innings. And if they give up 3 runs in the 4th, it's going to happen, right? It's going to happen. And it just sucks. But what are you going to do? And obviously scoring 2 runs isn't going to help nothing at all. All top performers are all Phillies, so who cares? All right, look at the team comparison. Phillies 2 homers versus the Rangers 1. Total freaking bases for the Phillies in this game, 21. Rangers had 9. All right, 9, but 20 gave up 21 total bases. Each team had a stolen base. Phillies left 8 runners on, and Rangers left on 6, and then they had the lone error. So, when we talked about it last week, you're like, okay, you're going on the road, right? It sucks already. And then on top of that, you're playing the number 1 team. They're number 1 in the NL East. I'm pretty sure they're number 1 in the NL, which I haven't seen in a while. Let me double check. Yeah, they're the number 1 team by 5 games. The closest is the Dodgers. So, yeah, they are the best team. They might be the best team, and actually, yeah, they're a game up on the Yankees as being the best team in baseball. So, it was going to be tough. It was going to be difficult, but you're like, okay, let's just try to get some. If we can limit the damage done by the Phillies and maybe scrap together a couple runs, we might be able to win a couple. I wasn't calling for the sweep, but I was like, maybe we'll get 1. And we could have gotten at least 1. You're losing 2 games, 5-2. You're only putting up 2 runs. It's not going to get it done. It's just not going to get it done. And but then again, pitching kept them in check at least a little bit. Kept them at 5 for 2 games. The Phillies themselves, but then they obviously blew up on the second game, scored 11, and took advantage of the 4 errors. Oh well, what are you going to do? Geez, it's rough. It's rough to watch. Anyways, the road trip continued. They had to head over to Minnesota for 3 games. It didn't get much better, but we did end the series with a win. Congratulations. What's crazy is you look at the runs, right? They scored 2, 3, and then finally they put up 6. And 6, I guess, was the magic number to get that win. But yeah, so anyways, game 1, Minnesota Twins, they were 3rd in the AL Central. Rangers lose, 2-3. Obear gets his win, 5-2 with a 4.33 ERA. Urania gets a loss. He's 1-4 with a 3.53 ERA. Duran gets the save, 5th of the year, 4.22 ERA. One thing I noticed with Urania, he's coming in and I think he's doing a great job for what they're asking him to do. He gets no bat support ever. You know what I mean? So anyways, Rangers scored 2 in the first, doesn't sniff anything again. Of course, Seager hits a homer. He knocks in Marcus Semien. So good job, right? I mean, they actually got player of the game. Seager, he's 1 for 3, a homer, a walk, 2 RBIs, and a run. Castro, 1 for 2, 2 walks and a run. Kirilloff, that is a wild last name. Kirilloff. I guess so. 1 for 3, a homer, RBI, and a run. Both teams had a homer. 16 total bases by the Twins versus the Rangers 7. Rangers had a stolen base. They only stole a base in the game. Rangers left 8 on versus the Twins leaving 10. No errors in this game. That's a good number. It's something you like to see, at least by the Ranger standard. But yeah, Corey Seager, he's found it again. I think he's hitting a homer like in every single game, it seems like. So anyways, nice loss. Moving on, right? Next day up, you can hear the defeat in my voice. You really can. Rangers lose again, 3-5. 3 runs on 5 hits, no error. That's great, right? Twins, 5 runs on 7 hits, no errors. Sands gets the win. He's 2-0 with a 4.35 ERA. Robertson gets a loss, 2-2 with a 3.28 ERA. Duran gets a save, 6th of the year, with a 3.86 ERA. Rangers don't score till the 4th, but they put one up in the 4th, 5th, and the 6th, and then nothing again. Twins score 1 in the 1st, and then 1 in the 7th, and they give up a big inning in the 8th. It's 3-run, 8, what did it? So, there's a lot of controversy in these games going on. Like, there was a tip pitch that they were like, okay, well, it's a tip pitch. He's out. I can't remember if this game or the Sunday game, but it's like there's always something crazy going on with the refs or the umpires right now, right? And then they were like, you know what? We changed our mind, and you can't review it. It's absolutely insane what's going on right now every single day. I know. Listen, I'm on board with Scherzer. There needs to be some type of relegation. You get to the majors or the bigs, that doesn't mean you stay there. Something's got to change. It's every freaking time. And I'm not blaming the umps. The umps are not the reason the Rangers score 2 or 3 runs a game. It's got nothing to do with them. It's just the Rangers can't hit for S right now. They are in a slump. They are not jiving as a team. I don't know if it's because they're, half the pitching staff is injured, and then half the other, Young, he's supposed to be back. We're going to talk more about that. But, you're missing key players, but you're just making a bunch of mistakes. It's just not gelling right now. It's very, very ugly baseball. Anyway, and then, you're like, hey, are they going to lose 6 in a row, 7 in a row, whatever the number was? You know what? I think it was like 6 or 7. Did they get one from the Angels? Let me see. So they lost to the Angels, and then they hit this road trip. So, yeah, so it was like they lost 6 in a row. I was like, can they make it 7? And they were like, you know what? No. We're going to win today, baby. Rangers win 6-2, 6 runs on 9 hits, 1 error. Twins, 2 runs on 3 hits and 2 errors. Latz gets the win. He's 1-1, 3.04 ERA. Lopez gets the loss, 4-5 with a 5.25 ERA. There you go. So they get a little action there. Stars of the game are all Rangers. Seager, 2 for 5, 2 home runs, 3 RBIs, 2 runs. Leclerc gave you 2 and 1/3 inning pitch, 0 hits, 0 earned runs, 2 strikeouts. Really good from him. Latz, he threw 2 innings as well, got the win. No hits, no earned runs, and 1 strikeout. Boy, I can't talk today. 2 homers came from the Rangers. Obviously, it came from Seager. 17 total bases. I'd like to see that versus the Twins putting up 5. No stolen bases in this game. Rangers left 7 on, committed an error. The Twins left 5 on and committed 2 errors. So, you're like, okay, cool. It just, they had 3 really good innings. Well, good innings. I don't know about really good. I mean, they scored 2 in the 3rd, 2 in the 4th, 2 in the 5th, and that was it, right? And it's like, if you just somehow averaged 5 or 6 runs a game, you'd have a hell of a lot more wins. I know that's a stupid statement, but it's serious. It's that easy. You get runners on, you knock the runners in. You don't leave 15 guys on base. And like I said, you can just see they're just not gelling, right? And they're not having fun, type, whatever it is. There's something that's bothering this team. And I'm sure once they get pitching back and the other staff, whatever. Let's talk about that real quick because I'm fumbling over my words. Eovaldi, he's still on the 15-day IL. They haven't decided whether, he's going to require a minor league rehab assignment before being activated from the 15-day list. So we'll see what happens. Tyler Owens, he's day-to-day. Wyatt Langford, that you're missing this dude for sure. He's still on the 10-day. Let's see, he'll bat leadoff and start in left field for AAA Round Rock on Sunday, which could be his final rehab appearance before he returns to the lineup. So, wishful thinking, right? Lorenzen, he's hurt. He's day-to-day. Urena got drilled with a ball on a comebacker. He's day-to-day. Cody Bradford, he's on the 6-day IL. This is ribs. I don't know when he'll be back. It's just like, geez. John Gray's on a 15-day IL. Not expected to make his next start. After being diagnosed with a mild groin strain. So whatever the number is, just double it. You know what I mean? It's going to be a little bit. With a groin strain and you're a pitcher, just give it a little bit more time. And most of these guys are pitchers. Blake Taylor, he's day-to-day. I think he actually got was he put back down? I mean, or not put down like an animal, but signed designated for assignment. Brock Burt, he's still 60-day with his hand. Anyways, Josh Young, he's supposed to be back with a wrist after his wrist injury. Let me take a look and see what's going on here. Oh man, it's sad to look at this. It really is. We're hoping Eovaldi gets back late May. We're already in late May. It's the 28th. So chances are it's going to be June. We'll see how it goes. And then, like I said, Wyatt Langford, his return is for late May, early June. Looks like we might be able to get him back before we hit the road again, which would be great. John Gray, early June. Spores is still TBD with his right rotator cuff. All right, I'm done looking at the injury report. It's sad, to say the least. All right, so Wednesday and Thursday. Is it Wednesday and Thursday? Tuesday and Wednesday? Man, I got to look at this. I'm like losing my mind. I'm going bonkers. I'm not kidding you. Tuesday and Wednesday. Tonight and tomorrow, baby. This is a rematch of the World Series. So the Diamondbacks themselves, they're not doing so great. They're fourth in NL West right now. Not really doing so hot. They're 25-28 with a .472 win percentage. Not terrible, not terrible, but they're just in a tough division too. 7 games back from the Dodgers. 13-15 at home. 12-13 away. 5-5 in their last 10. Which, it's nice to see because you're going up essentially a team just like you. They are struggling right now. We're struggling. We're not above 500. They're not above 500. Let's go on the road and get 2. You know what I mean? This is a team we should beat. Hopefully. I don't know. Anyways, starting pitching hasn't been decided yet for the Rangers, but the D-backs are putting out Brandon Pfaadt. What a last name to it. I don't even know. God, I gotta start learning how to pronounce some of these names. I'm terrible with it. He's 2-3 or 4.05 ERA, 58 strikeouts. You get him on Tuesday, and that's a 7.05 pitch time. And then they're going to bring out Ryan Nelson, 3-3, 6.03 ERA, and 28 strikeouts. This is a 1:35 start time. I'll probably end up going to this game. So if you're might be a little tardy to the party for Strikeout Beer or SB Baseball or SB Fantasy Football podcast. So just FYI on that. But yeah, I hope to make it to this game. I did want to look up some promotional stuff, but you know what? Why not? Really, why not? Because let's be honest, they're at home. I think there's 2 games. What are they going to do? All right. So, yeah. Well, my wife told me about this. She goes, hey, did you see for the Tuesday night game? I was like, oh, yeah. Adolis Garcia, ALCS MVP Gold Glove bobblehead for the first 15,000 fans. I told her, I said, you want to get there early if you want that. The people are lining up like crazy right now for these promotional items because it's either a ring or a jersey or a, bobblehead from the World Series. So get out there early. But yeah, 15,000. I mean, I feel like you should be able to get there like an hour early and be able to get in line because the line is crazy. You check it out. Like, if you don't believe me, go on Twitter and people posting videos and whatnot of all this craziness. So yeah, they're at home for 2 games. Great. A night game and a day game. It's against the Diamondbacks, a team, like I said, just like the Rangers. Both teams both teams have 25 wins. This should be a decent game. Let's get out of the slump. Let's get the hitters back. I'm not even looking at stats because I just don't care. Yeah, I'm glad that Seager's back though, to be honest. He's just hitting dingers. So hopefully his consistency, his fire gets everybody else going. Everybody gets out of their slump, gets some wins because it actually has been quite is it demoralizing? They're not only in the slump, you're in the slump with them. Oh, let's take a look at the AL West while I'm here. Excuse me. AL West, Mariners are in first. They're 28-26 with a .519 win percentage. Rangers are in second at the moment. They're 25-29, .463 win percentage, 3 games back. They're 12-13 at home, 13-16 on the road, 3-7 in their last 10. And guess what? I told you. Here come the Astros. It's not even June. They made their move in the later second half of May, and they are a half game back on the Rangers, half game back on second place, 3.5 games back from first. They're 6-4 in their last 10. They're 10-14 away, 14-15 at home. I'm stuttering right now. It is a terrible day. I'm just can't keep it together. Anyways, then the Astros aren't far behind either. They're 22-33. The Angels are 20-33. Everybody's kind of clumping together, and to be honest with you, the Mariners could fall out of first. All these teams could fall below 500 by the end of the week. The only team above 500 is Seattle. So sometimes it's good to play in a crazy division where sometimes all the teams suck. Sometimes some of the teams are good. Sometimes there's one good team. So, but you know what? Let's get out of here. Hey, cheer loud. Hey, go to the games you can. Cheer on your boys. They got 2 games here, and then they're heading back out. They're heading back out. I think they're going to Miami, if I'm not mistaken. I'll try to do another roundup between them to recap these games, and we'll look forward to the next ones. Enjoy your day. Let's go, Rangers.
Let's go, Rangers! Let's go, Rangers! Let's go, Rangers!
Thanks for listening to Roundup.